All right, what are we doing today?
Well, it's 8 p.m. right now, and I'm having a coffee. This is my second coffee of the day, and that's because we're still editing that documentary at the S House.
But for the video this week, we want to talk about a conversation that we've been having for the last few days.
Working on YouTube, people kind of think that you just know how to go viral, but we don't really know how to go viral. But there are some people who do.
I can do, act, and say whatever I want and spin it however I want, and the media will write about it however I want them to.
Back up. Explain what happened yesterday.
Old Town Road became a meme.
The 19-year-old Atlanta native had a full-fledged viral hit.
It got popular so fast.
So what sparked this conversation is that this week, Lil Nas X's Old Town Road tied the record for most consecutive weeks at #1.
It tied Mariah Carey, some song from 1995, and then Despacito.
So here's the difference between Lil Nas X and Justin Bieber and Mariah Carey. Lil Nas X paid $30 for that beat. He found it on YouTube. He recorded it in his closet. Did he record it in his grandma's closet?
Sounds right.
And he spent $0 marketing the song, but it became the #1 song in America.
If you look back at the early days of Hollywood, something like this would have never happened. The distribution of music and information in general was so much more controlled. It was limited to the radio stations.
That's radio for you.
Cable TV channels.
Welcome to MTV Music Television.
And even the movie studios. But the internet drastically changed the distribution of information.
We all want to be stars. When I was younger, that seemed so very, very hard to do. Now, web video has made it so that any of us or any of the creative things that we do can become completely famous and a part of our world's culture by next Saturday.
But even social media has grown up and changed in recent years. It's become tougher to go viral. We see it on YouTube as the algorithms change and big channels no longer get the views they used to. Concepts have to be bigger. Oh my God, Colin. Are you serious?
Carry on. Carry on.
I feel like people probably got scared during
right in the middle of that.
That scared me, so that probably scared you. Concepts have to be bigger and better, and people are spending a lot of time just on the idea.
Hey, Mr. Beast here. Today we're gonna buy every item in this store.
Brands and agencies now spend millions of dollars with these social media platforms to ensure that their clients get views. But there's a trend emerging of people who have an advanced understanding of the flow of information online. People who pay nothing for mass distribution across the internet.
Gotcha.
And those people hold an immense power. And a great example of this is Old Town Road.
A lot of people like to say, it was like a kid accidentally got it. It's like, no, this is no accident.
Lil Nas X spent every day making like over 200 memes with his song in them and then sharing them on Twitter.
Social media is the biggest factor in every song success nowadays. I use that, to my advantage. And it worked.
And one thing that really stuck out to me is he also made a whole subreddit dedicated to the song that started with, what's that song that goes? And then he put the lyrics in there.
I knew this is what people want to search.
And he knew that text was really important in terms of Google search, because you can't search for lyrics and just have them come up in a song or in a video. Everything is still text-based. So he's very savvy when it comes to his understanding of the internet.
The internet is basically like my parents in a way. I was raised picking up on stuff. I learned how to use it, in my own way.
So then this week we saw another instance of someone having a very clear understanding of the internet and how they could make something go viral.
I'm the fastest entertainer on the planet. I could be
talking about running.
I could be the quickest man on the planet.
I'm
everywhere, baby. Yeah. I also have pink eye. It's not contagious.
But talking
No, it is. There's a 2-week incubation period. I'm so sorry.
But
yeah.
So let's break it down.
Logan knew exactly what he was doing. If he went on and had just this normal interview on Fox Business, there's nothing remarkable about it. There's no reason for me to tell Colin, hey, did you see that Logan Paul interview?
It was totally normal.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe that would be news.
For him. That actually probably would be news for him.
Two options. One, talk about business on Fox Business, nothing happens. It gets seen by the, 20,000 viewers maybe that are watching this live. Or, number two, be funny, have a great time, talk about stuff I want to talk about, and go viral. And I chose the latter because that's my shtick. That's what I do, and I love to do it.
The supercut of him being really weird on Fox Business has over 6 million views on Twitter. And the actual interview from Fox Business, 87,000 views.
That's a great stat. I don't know when you pulled that stat. but that's a good stat.
I have to thank people retweeting and sharing these videos for making me and my brand go viral once again and helping me sell tickets for the Challenger Games this weekend. It's going to be a huge, huge event, which, by the way, it's a charity event that benefits the Special Olympics. Like, who's winning here?
Yeah. All right, so here's why this all matters. To create any sort of change or movement in the world, you have to spread a message. Whether that's a brand or a political campaign or really just anything that you want the entire world to know, you have to be able to spread a message at scale.
And spreading a message at scale used to be very expensive and controlled.
There was a handful of people who could put a message out to the whole world. But today, anyone with a cell phone and a deep understanding of how the internet works can spread a message across the entire world. So all of this has really been huge in our own career. I don't know that we would be creators if we couldn't just press upload. Like, we actually got to build a career as filmmakers by having access to pressing publish whenever we wanted. And even our first movie ever, we released it with our friends at Yes Theory, and that got out to 5 million people. I don't think we would have made a movie by now if we had to keep pitching it to networks, studios, and even if we did that, I don't know if 5 million people would have watched it. Like, it's unbelievable.
The reason we make videos like this one and tell people about stories like Lil Nas X or Logan Paul like we just did is because it all relates back to this ability that we had to press publish again and again and again, and we had that freedom to do it. And it changed our lives drastically for the better.
No one has to greenlight your idea, and we all now feel some ownership in our own pop culture. And these are not characteristics of old media. They will define the entertainment of the future. Thank you.
And so now I think that gets us energized every time we hear a story like this, because we want to spread it to someone else so that they can do something similar.
Is that what gets us energized, or is it the 8 p.m. coffees?
I think it's a lot of...
It's probably the coffee at 8 p.m.
I'm about to like scream and eat this camera.
So if you have an idea of something that could potentially spread across the world, like, it is totally possible. If you really just think about how people share videos, how people share messages, how people speak in conversation about things, that's how things end up going viral. And just a reminder, our next documentary comes out on August 11th. The link to sign up for early access to that is in the description, so stay tuned for that. August 11th, another movie that we are releasing on our own.
Lastly,
so excited.
Samir, severely in need of fashion advice. Please feel free, comment below, help him out. He needs it. Clearly I don't, I'm good.
Colin is in need of stand-up comedy help.
I got a healthy lime tree
joke really didn't
right
land.
now. Okay, things are good, right?
Oh man, we will see you next week. Peace.